Steve back with another short video on the use of SmartScore 64 as a scanning software to allow us to take PDFs of music and create a file that can be opened in a notation software for whatever we need to do with it. In this particular case, SmartScore is a fairly easy program to use, doesn't require a lot of explanation, but there is a common issue that I wanted to bring up and make a video about that has to do with importing clarinet music that's duets and how you can fix that within SmartScore so that the output does not resemble that of a piano. So let's go ahead and get started here. So we open up SmartScore 64 and we see its introduction page. Go ahead and we browse files looking for a PDF. In this particular case, we're going to use music for two clarinets. Open this. And as I said before, SmartScore imports from your computer only PDF files, but it can import from scanning various other formats such as TIFF. Now, SmartScore does take the PDF that's opened and converts it to a TIFF file. So what you see here in the initial screen after opening it, it's a threshold level to actually darken the TIFF file or to do other various changes on them, writing lines and making erasers, which occurs in the image editor. In this particular case, we're just going to go with the threshold darkness level, click OK, and we see the piece in front of us. Let's go ahead and hit recognition. Don't need to save the changes because we didn't change. I always unmark the text box because I like to add the text after the XML file has been imported into a notation software program. We begin recognition. And here we go. And in the system report, we find that the largest system found 2 parts, smallest system found 2 parts, which means that in fact the process of recognition has appropriately kept the 2 parts together. Open the Start SmartScore file, and I usually uncheck Unify Key Signatures because I like to do that myself, but you could leave it checked. Click OK. No need to save it. Go ahead and blow it up a little bit so we can see what we're doing. And the first thing we notice in this clarinet duet piece is that it uses in the original PDF this bracket, which SmartScore can interpret as being a grand staff piano. Now this matters because when you export it as an XML file, it may export it as a piano file. So we want to fix that. We want to go ahead and make sure that it's not exported as a piano file. So the way to do that is on a Mac, which is what I use. It's Command B, B for bracket. And we see the 2 parts, piano right and piano left. I click on one, I shift click on the other, and we can see here the grand staff group. I can clear the selection, which will remove the grand staff grouping. Clear the selection. You can also clear the brace if you wish. Click OK, and you can see now that in fact the grand staff designation has been removed from all of the systems. At this point then we can go ahead and tell SmartScore that these are clarinets. So to do that, it's basically on a Mac, it's Command M for the system manager. And I can go ahead and select right piano and replace it with clarinet in B flat. The second one, clarinet in B flat. Click OK. So now, internal to SmartScore, it has been identified as a B flat clarinet part in both places. So this actually helps because now when the XML file is sent over to a note editing software program, it will be in the correct key and transposition will not be necessary usually on the back end with the notation software. So essentially that's how this is fixed. Well, I think that's about it for this video. If somebody wants and leaves me a message, I can talk about how we clean up this and how we use the program itself to fix the recognition errors. But I wanted to make the point about this up front. Okay, thanks, folks.